Hi guys, so I'm just sitting out here, and this is oftentimes how I will start my morning as far as getting my meditation in, sitting out in the garden, enjoying the grass and the plants and the trees. It's just in the morning, fresh morning, and the crisp air. And especially out here in Vegas, the earlier you get out, oh, it's the better. It just feels so wonderful out here. It's so freaking peaceful. And I can hear the birds chirping. And it just reminded me, because something just happened that reminded me of one of my manifestations. And I forgot to tell you guys about it. So if you guys remember from one of Jim and I mukbangs, I think we had just come back from Florida, and we were doing a mukbang, and we were talking about our Florida trip. And in that mukbang, I was telling you guys how we went to Florida back at the end of March, and well, pretty much April. And when we went to Florida, before we went to Florida, I had told Jim and Gary back in the beginning of February. I told them, I was trying to explain to them the power of manifestations and the power of set your intentions and put it out there. And it's more than just positive thinking. It's about believing in your core that what you desire and what you want will come to fruition, right? And then staying in a very, very positive, uplifted mood. This is why I stress this so much, you guys, because it's only when you're in these high vibrational levels that you then receive your manifestations. So what I was manifesting, and I was explaining to them, I knew by then that I could manifest and have and get anything I want, like anything. That's how deep into it I am, you guys. Like, that's why I was just saying on one of my other videos, like, I have to be careful what I actually let come out of my mouth as far as what I want or desire, because it will happen if I really want it and if I believe that it is going to happen. So here's one of the manifestations that I think is just absolutely beautiful. It's just, this one just still, even sitting out here in the garden, it just gives me goosebumps to think about. And so oftentimes when we're thinking about manifestations, we think about like material things and things like that. Well, back in February, I was explaining to Jim and Gary about the power of manifestations and you creating your own reality. And so I told both of them, I said, I'm going to see yellow butterflies in my garden. Now, we live out here in Las Vegas. We moved out here in 2016. We had never seen butterflies, ever. Never, ever. And So both Jim and Gary were like, Mom, you're crazy. Like, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We live in the desert. We never see butterflies. Like, we've never seen a butterfly. Like, girl, you going too far with your manifestations. Like, no. So I was like, yes, I will. Yes, I will. I felt that strong about it. Believed it. That was in February. In April, we went to Florida for my birthday because Jim was like wanting my manifestation to come true. For my birthday, one of my birthday gifts, he got me a box. And in the box, when you take off the lid, I showed you guys on that mukbang. It didn't really happen in the mukbang, but there were all these paper butterflies, and they were wound up, if you can imagine, like in the middle with like a rubber band type. And so when you would take the lid off, all of these paper beautiful butterflies came flying out the box. It was magnificent. I literally got teary-eyed. I was like, that was so freaking thoughtful. And I thanked Jim so much. I was like, that was so beautiful and so thoughtful that he's going to make sure that I see my butterflies. And so I was thinking to myself, that was really beautiful, but I meant what I said. I mean real butterflies. So if that was in April, I was still thinking about my butterflies. And yellow. I was very specific. Yellow butterflies. So as April went along, May went along, June went along, Angel Lynn was here. This was shortly after Angel Lynn left. And shortly after Angel Lynn left, I kind of was like missing my little friend because as I mentioned to you guys before, we just had such a great time, especially this past summer. And I was like really kind of missing her, and I was trying to, some other things was happening, and I was just like not feeling my normal, just like extremely blissful self that I had been feeling since my awakening. And I was starting to doubt myself, and I was starting to think that I was losing my alignment. And so one morning I got up and I was doing my hair, and I was like thinking to myself, not saying out loud, just thinking to myself, and I was like, universe, show me that I'm still in alignment. I was happy, you guys, but I was missing this this extreme buzz of just glee, just butterflies in your stomach type of happiness. You know that feeling like, oh my God, like I can be anywhere at any time. I could be in mud. I could be anywhere, and I'm just like laughing uncontrollably, like happy. And I was feeling like I wasn't as happy like that. So I was like, that morning I was like, just give me a sign. Just give me a sign that I'm still in alignment, Didn't say it out loud, just thinking it. I finished curling my hair, I came downstairs, Jim and I were having coffee, and the way our kitchen table sits, we can look directly out into our garden. As we're sitting there and Jim is talking and I'm just kind of staring off into the garden, a yellow, big yellow butterfly, you guys, come flying over our back wall and starts just dancing and playing in the garden. The chills that I had in my eyes just literally started tearing up. I had never seen a butterfly, and it was yellow, you guys. I literally was like, Jim, look, Jim, look. When Jim goes to turn to look, the butterfly flies over our wall and flies away, so Jim didn't see it. And I'm like, no, he's not going to believe me. As I'm like, no, Jim, really? And I'm trying to explain it, and I'm like, Jim, no, I swear it's a yellow butterfly. It was a yellow butterfly. As I'm talking, the yellow butterfly comes back and flies just like right in front of like Jim's point of view of his eyes. There was no mistaking it. It made sure that Jim could see it. And it went just flying, and then it just came back and was just whooshing around and just dancing all around in our garden. Tears. And Jim looks at me and Jim says, I bet that means a lot to you. Because I was like, you saw it, right? You saw it. And he was like, yeah, I did see it. I did see it. He said, you got your butterflies, babe. And then he looks at me and he goes, I bet that makes you feel really good. Well, Jim didn't know how I had been asking, for days before the butterfly appeared. I had been asking and asking, am I still in alignment? Am I still in alignment? I want to make sure I'm still connected. So he didn't know how deep that touched me. He didn't know how much and what that really, really meant. Because just an hour earlier, I had asked, give me a sign. It's things like that, you guys, that I manifest that give me so much joy. Don't get me wrong, I love my physical manifestations. I love it. I love the things. I really do. But not that type of love for when something like that happens, especially like when a person comes into your life that you've asked for, that companionship, be it either your significant other or a friendship. When you manifest something like that, it just has for me, it just has so much of a deeper meaning, because it's not controlled. For instance, like when Jim bought the paper butterflies, that was beautiful and thoughtful. But I wanted to know if I could manifest real butterflies that no one could control. It's all on me. I wanted to know if I could create butterflies in my own garden. And so it's those manifestations, you guys, the manifestations of good relationships and friendships, and manifestations of butterflies that you thought were absolutely impossible, that could never happen. Now, you guys, I see butterflies all the time. There are literally, on a consistent basis, about 4 to 5 butterflies dipping down into our garden, flying around, playing around. It's a big white one, a big yellow one, and about 4 or 5 smaller yellow ones. Yesterday I was outside up under my favorite tree and just looking up in the leaves, just enjoying it, just walking around in the grass barefoot, just enjoying it. And I was just enjoying myself, just so much peace. And these 3 or 4 little smaller butterflies just literally started like dancing around me. The power of that, you guys, is, most people would think it's unbelievable. And so now every time I see butterflies, because now I don't just see them in the garden, you guys, and Jim can tell you, I see them everywhere. When we go out to dinner, just yesterday Jim and I was driving around, and just right in front of the car, just right in front of the car, outside the car, butterfly just flies right in front of our view. Just, it happens all the time, you guys. And every time Jim just looks at me and he's just like, I know, baby, I know. So what the butterflies mean for me, you guys, every time I see a butterfly, I literally smile so hard, sometimes even like a chuckle, like, because it is a reminder, it is reaffirming, it is validation. Every single time I see those butterflies, it is validation that yes, you are Tracy, you are in alignment, you are still connected, you are still your beautiful, joyful, blissful self.
they're just all around. One's up there in the tree, the big tree. There he is playing around. How beautiful. Come back. Come back so that they can see you. Oh, wow, that's so magnificent. You guys gonna come back and let them see you some more? You guys coming back? You wanna be on camera some more? There they are. Hi. They're flying over my head. There's the other one over there in the palm tree. Hi. Hi. Come out. Make yourself known. Make your debut. There they are. Make yourself known. The other one's up there in that palm tree. They just keep dancing. There he is dancing. Hi. Make yourself known. There you go. Oh, God. Hi. They're just like keep flying over my head, you guys. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi. I get so excited. Oh, wow. I want to play with them, you guys. Bye.